Welcome to the video podcast, voted one of the best in the marketing research industry, first in 2019 and again in 2020, and this year designated by FeedSpot as one of the best places on YouTube to go to find up-to-date market research information. This is Research Business Daily Report we're seeing most weeks, presenting a news item that most likely has not been seen or heard by you before. We do rely on viewers' support. Check out patreon.com/RBDR, and we'll talk about what you might do if you go visit there at the end of today's video. I'm Bob Lederer, in my 27th year as a respected voice in market research. No one would likely dispute the presence of bias in advertising, but if you were told that applying AI in advertising can cause bias, well, what do you think you might be able to do about it? Advertising Age editor-in-large Jack Neff gave a solution reporting on an IBM panel that was held in Cannes that's called for dealing with advertising bias caused by artificial intelligence algorithms. In a panel, IBM was joined by WPP's Mindshare and Ogilvy agencies, in addition to Delta Airlines. The WPP agencies have most actively been using IBM's advertising Toolkit for AI Fairness 360. It's an open source solution with 75 fairness metrics and 13 algorithms that can help identify and mitigate bias in data sets. IBM has applied it to many industries, financial services, human resources, and insurance among them, all designed to reduce AI bias. That according to IBM Senior VP for the weather company, Bob Lord. I'm not here to condemn anyone, professed Lord, but there is bias in advertising, and what I'm here to do is to offer a solution. IBM and the Ad Council said that they discovered the programmatic buying on a COVID vaccine campaign without bias mitigation tools actually drove more positive impressions with higher income audiences. That was unfortunate because the real target were less high profile and high cost audiences. Mindshare stated that propensity models relying on first party data revealing purchasers tend to channel more advertising dollars at those consumers, thereby reinforcing messaging to people that already are buying in. Now, no one says that there is no bias in advertising, but there has been understandable, perhaps, resistance to IBM's solution. Mindshare CEO Adam Gerhardt said he's got a solution, and it can overcome resistance to bias in those tools and strategies by publicizing results from case studies. Delta Airlines Managing Director of Marketing Emma Kate Young bought into IBM's work and explained that Delta has been intentional about its visuals and who is seen in its advertising, quote, to make sure that the advertising is reaching all of the appropriate audiences. WPP CEO Mark Reed declared the obvious at the panel, saying, using IBM's tools can play a role in business success. If our clients are missing out on things, we have to really understand and build that into the way we think about marketing and correct for it. That's a wrap on this edition of the Research Business Daily Report. As we mentioned earlier, we'd love for you to become an RBDR Patreon supporter. In other words, somebody who is providing some support for us on a regular basis, and no amount is too small. An RBDR Patreon supporter provides a monthly contribution by going to our exclusive crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR, where you can select the level of support that works for you. Perhaps $5 a month for an individual, $25 or more, perhaps for a company. Whatever it may be, if you go along with that, we thank you in advance. We hope you have a good research day, and we will see you later this week. Until then, I can personally advise you from experience, please stay safe.